adultery, shouldn't be doing. Lying. And we learned last week that lying has 3 different levels. The little white lie that we tell because we don't want to hurt someone's feelings. The manipulative lie, the one we tell, you know, we don't tell the whole truth, or we leave out certain things so that we can get our way. Okay? Remember that little lie, those little things. And then those other lies that we just outright lie on somebody that we know ain't nothing true about it. Don't do none of them. All of them are not pure. See, he says here, things that are pure, meditate on these. These things that are right and holy for the body and soul. Lovely things. These are things that are pleasing and tend to bless others. Did you know that? He said, think on lovely things. Lovely things is about being a blessing to somebody else.
Well,
that's what we're getting ready to do with All Saints. We did for All Saints. We blessed others. It wasn't just our children.
no.
It was other children from different neighborhood churches and things that was here. We do that with our Thanksgiving basket.
Yeah.
But what other lovely things are we doing? What other lovely things? See, he said these are the things, this is how you maintain this attitude of gratitude. It can't always be about you.
No.
What am I going to get out of it? Nothing. You don't need nothing. You already got everything. His name is Jesus. Think on the lovely things. Just think what kind of world we would have if we were doing that. If everybody was thinking and blessing, trying to bless each other, wouldn't this be a wonderful place to be? Oh, my goodness. Last thing he said here, things that of a good report. And these things are in harmony with what is best. You know, nobody should be seeing the Christian children, us out there, those little cute little words coming out our mouth.
Well,
that's not praiseworthy.
well,
He said, things of a good report. Meditate on those. When those little words get ready to come, whether we're at home, or we on our job, or we at the mall, or we riding down the street, you know, down the highway, and somebody ride past us and we want to throw them one of those little fingers. None of that kind of little stuff is praiseworthy of God
no.
and does not represent him. Virtuous things for your assignment. Read Romans 13, verse 1 through 10 concerning the meditation on these good things. As Christians, Romans 13, verses 1 through 10. As Christians, we must not just meditate on these things. We got to do them. They have to become a part of our life. A part of our life. Look at verses 11, 10 through 13. It says, but I rejoiced in the Lord greatly, that now at last your care for me has flourished again. Though you surely did not care, but you lacked. Though you surely did care, but you lacked opportunity. What Paul is saying here is Paul was the kind of a man, preacher, that he never asked the body for anything. He never asked them to pay him or anything. Paul worked the job. He was a tent maker. He worked the job for his own ministry, to finance his own ministry. Of course, when Paul got put in jail and things like that, then the body of believers began to send him finances to help him while he was in jail, send finances to the area to help feed him, that kind of stuff, okay? And so at one time what happened is they were not able to do it. That's what this lack opportunity means. They were not able financially to continue to help Paul. And so they weren't able to send him anymore. But what Paul is doing right now is he's thanking them for what they've done in the past, thanking them for what they could not do because he knew that their hearts were still with them and thanking them for what they currently were doing. Because once they got financially able, they began to do the way they used to do for him again. So that's what this verse means when it says lack opportunity, okay? But Paul, look at what's going on here. Even in that, he was faithful. He continued to be faithful to them. Isn't that a blessing? Verses 11 through 13 tells us here. It says, not that I speak in regard of need, for I have learned, here's an attitude here. In whatever state I am, to be content. I know how to be abased. I know how to be abound. Well, everywhere and in all things, I've learned both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. What is Paul telling us here? He says, I know what it was like to have a plenty, and I know what it's like to have nothing. I know what it's like to have my steak and filet mignon on my plate, and I know what it's like to have my homemade biscuits and syrup for dinner, or my buttermilk and cornbread for dinner. Some of y'all don't know nothing about that. But some of us, dinner was buttermilk and cornbread. It was biscuits and syrup and a slice of Joe bacon. And we learned to be full and happy with that. And guess what? Even till today sometimes, I want me some buttermilk and cornbread. And I go in there and fix me some cornbread and go to the store and get me a pint of buttermilk. And the kids come over and look in the refrigerator and say, Mama, what you going to do with that buttermilk? Eat it with my cornbread. You want some? I learned to be happy in that. And I was thankful for that. So I don't have to have the filet. It's good, but I don't have to have it. Because I'm content with whatever I get. I'm content when I don't have anything and you bring me a bologna sandwich. I don't care. I like it. Anything.